my goodness. All right. Okay. Oh, I don't want that one. Oh, please. All right, now let's try this. Sorry, this is my first time on here. Hello. Okay. All right, let's see. This is my first time doing this, so please bear with me while I figure it out. Uh-huh. All right. Oh, I don't want that. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. My name is Joyce Rogers, and I have a boutique business called Tango Boutique, where I have sold jewelry and accessories for about the last 3.5, 4 years. Prior to that, I sold paparazzi jewelry, paparazzi accessories for a couple of years. And so I've been doing online sales for about at least 7 years now. And prior to that, I was a accountant, corporate accountant in accounting, doing accounting work, controller. And so I decided to come on this video to this YouTube to give information on how to start an online resale business. I have had been asked many times over the years on what I did to get started and whatnot. And so this is informational. If you have questions, you can pop them in the comments. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And this is just informational information. It's going to be pretty much bare bones. I'm going to do this video, and then in another couple of weeks, I'll do another video going a little bit more in depth and a little more detail about other aspects of starting a new business. So to begin with, when you want to sell online, you should probably decide on a business name that you would like to use. Now, my name is Joyce Rogers, and I have a Facebook page of Joyce Rogers, for example. But underneath that Facebook page, I also created a business page. Actually, I have a few business pages, but I created a business page for under my Joyce Rogers name. You create your business pages in that way. There's a way that you do that behind Facebook. Anyway, first thing you should do is figure out what you'd like your business name to be. If you want your business name to be Paparazzi Accessories and Jewelry by Diana, then that's going to be your business name. I try to pick a business name that's going to be relatively short if possible. And so that is your first thing, is you want to pick a business name, because you're going to want to work from there to get other documents and accounts to create those accounts that you need. You need an email address. You would prefer to get an email address that at least has your business name if possible at gmail.com or hotmail.com or whatever. Another way to get an email address is if you have a website and you go to GoDaddy and you want to create a website to sell your items on a website, you can actually have an email through your website as well. That's a whole topic for another day, though. But for right now, you want to be able to have an email address that you can use so that you get notifications when you send an invoice, when your customers have paid, when you are ready to ship a paid customer, and a lot of items like that. So first thing is business name. Okay, once you have a business name, then you want to file for a business license. Okay, business license in the city where you're located. Every state every state has a little bit different rules. I was in Arizona when I was selling paparazzi accessories, and when I started Tangle Boutique, in Arizona, I didn't need a business license. All I needed there was a resale certificate. That was a combination of business license and seller's permit. Here, I have to have a business license as well as a seller's permit or resale license. And so you want to have a business name. You want to get a business license. Once you've got that business license, then you've got to decide if you do want a business name and you're not going to work under your name. This is what the process is. If you are going to have a business name, you're going to be working under. Okay. Then you want to apply for a tax ID number, federal employer ID number. It's called an EIN, and you get that from the IRS website. Okay. And you can apply for that. You get it immediately. You put in your information, you get it immediately. And then you write that number down and you keep that, because when you go to buy items, sometimes they want your federal tax ID number as well as your resale permit so that you're not charged sales tax. Then you want to go, if you want to protect your personal assets, if you have a home or anything like that, and you want to protect your personal assets, then you should probably file for an LLC. It's a limited liability corporation. It's for us independent owners like me. I have an LLC to protect my personal assets. I don't have a corporation. This is a pass-through entity, so whatever income I get, it's all put on one tax return, and it doesn't have to have a separate tax return for all my income and expenses. So after that, then you want to apply for a sales tax or resale certificate. Those are usually done in a website that is a local county or city. So you can Google it and you can find out how to obtain a sales tax certificate, and it'll usually be under your county or your city. And then you have that number that you need to have available and keep that for when you do buy product. And they ask you if you have a resale license. You give that resale license and type it in. And they will not charge you sales tax because you've provided a resale. You're going to turn around, you're going to buy that product, and you're going to turn around, you're going to resell that product. So you're not going to pay sales tax and then charge somebody sales tax. Pay sales tax on the product that you buy, charge somebody sales tax. Your cost of your product is more if you're going to pay sales tax along with the product that you purchase. The next thing that you probably might want to consider is if you own a home and you have homeowners insurance, your product, if your office is in your home, your product is technically it's covered underneath your homeowner's insurance. However, if you have a storefront where you don't have your business in your home, then you do need to get an insurance policy. There is a general liability insurance policy that is recommended for all people who have a business, as it covers other business issues that might come up. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this. This is just kind of an overlay of what you need to start a business. Liability insurance coverage, data breach coverage. If you collect or receive payments via credit card, you're going to need some kind of data breach coverage. Professional liability insurance, business income insurance. You don't need all of these, but you need to consider them, and you can ask an insurance broker what items that you need based off of your particular business. And commercial property insurance. If you have a storefront, you definitely need commercial property insurance. That's what covers your products. In case somebody breaks in and steals it, or you have a fire or whatever, that type thing. So you don't, as far as a bank account, if you have an LLC, I have an LLC, but I don't have a separate bank account. I have all my funds going through my bank account because my LLC is also known as Joyce Rogers. Some people will tell you, oh, you should get a separate checking account. for all of your funds to go in and out of. I don't. I just track it separately. I use QuickBooks Online, and I use class tracking to track my personal expenses versus my business expenses. Let's see. If you sell food or health products, that type of thing, you need a different type of a business license. You need what's called a permit. Those are the types of things. If you make food and resell food, that type thing, it's required that you have a permit. As far as the sales tax now, this is going to be a topic that probably could take up a whole hour on YouTube. All the product, there's only a couple of states in the United States that are sales tax free states. So if you are selling product, you are required to charge sales tax. And when you charge your customer sales tax based off your county and state, your county and city sales tax, then you also are required to pay that sales tax to, in Arizona, it was AZ taxes. Here it's the CDTFA. So you are required to pay that sales tax that you collect. That is not revenue. That is actually a liability. Sales tax you collect is a liability that you have to pay out to the state. And once you pay it out to the state, then it becomes an expense. I can tell you a lot more about accounting, but that's, can be another YouTube video as well. Let's see, what have I missed? In the beginning, a lot of people will tell you need to write a business plan. Depends on the type of business that you want to create. If you intend to have a lot of employees or more than 3 employees, you're going to have a storefront. You want to open up a dry cleaner or a storefront where you're selling property, then you might want to consider writing your business plan. It's not required, but you should consider it. The purpose of a business plan is it's for products it's to describe the products you want to sell, how you're going to market your business. If you need to get a loan, you're going to need to write a business plan. Okay, so that's how that works. Research. Before I started selling, I watched a lot of people on Facebook that were selling products similar to what I was going to sell. I watched them a lot of hours. I got ideas on how I wanted to do my lives and how I wanted to sell my product, how I wanted to have myself look more professional, if I wanted to have more fun, or if I want to, downplay rather than, upsell. There's a whole lot of things that you can learn by watching others who sell the same type of product. Some of the things that you need for your business to actually sell your product, obviously you need to buy your product, so you need to know what vendors to buy. At this point, I'm just going to tell you, go to Google and say, what are the top 10 wholesale jewelry companies, as an example, jewelry, if you're going to sell jewelry companies to purchase from. And you're going to get a top 10 list, same top 10 list that I got and that I started purchasing from. Over the years, I think I've purchased from about 17 or 18 different vendors, and I'm going to go into those on a different YouTube video as well. But you do want to create your PayPal or what's the other one? I can't think now. I use PayPal. So you want to create a PayPal account with your business name. You want to create a Pirate Ship or ShipStation account where you're going to ship from. I do not ship from PayPal because I get cheaper postage by using Pirate Ship, and PayPal will now import into Pirate Ship. So if I click on the import, it tells me all the customers that paid, and I just ship everything from my Pirate Ship screen. You use Pirate Ship rather than going to the post office. Let me tell you, you're going to save $5 to $15 depending on how big or how heavy the package is. You're going to save a lot more money by going to the post, rather than going to the post office and paying postage to the post office over the counter, than you are if you're going to use pirate ship. You're going to need a mailer, a labeler. I have what's called a Dymo 4XL label writer, and I print all my postage labels, put them on my packages using pirate ship once people pay me through PayPal. It's very confusing, I know. Determine if you want a website or if you want to use Shopify. I have a website. I haven't really used it. I do have a Shopify. I haven't used it yet either, but I do intend to use one or the other. I haven't decided yet. With the website, you pay annually or 2 years in advance. With Shopify, you can pay a year in advance, or you can pay monthly fee. I created a Venmo account and a Cash App account and a PayPal.me account. So people can pay me with debit, credit, PayPal, another form of PayPal, Messenger Pay, Facebook Pay, Venmo, or Cash App. So there really is no reason why anybody can't pay for items that they want to purchase. We can talk a little bit about cost of goods sold and your inventory. Let me tell you the difference between those two if you don't know. As an accountant, I can kind of explain to you a little bit. Inventory are any items that you purchase and intend to sell. Those items are not automatically an expense item. Accounting 101 is going to have to be covered in another YouTube video, but inventory is typically an asset until it becomes a sold item, and then it goes into the expense category. And like I said, we can go into more of those later. This is just a first video. It's also a test for me to see how this video works, and any questions that might come through. I'm not sure how the questions come through on this YouTube, but I'll figure it out eventually. If it's after the live, then I will answer those questions as well as best I can after the live. Regarding PayPal, PayPal has reports that you can run for your sales tax reports. There is some tweaking that you have to do in order to get the proper sales tax amounts, because PayPal reports will give you the total sales, how much their fee was, how much the sales tax is, how much the shipping is, everything that's related. But the easiest way to do sales tax reports is just to take the total, subtract the sales tax you collected based off that total that's in another column, subtract the shipping that you've charged, because those aren't sales taxable. Sales tax is what you're going to pay. So you've got a net amount that you're going to pay your sales tax on. So I use PayPal's, and I actually pay my sales tax quarterly. Some people can pay them monthly. Some people pay them quarterly. I don't think they have an annual, but sales tax can be pretty huge sometimes. Just touching base on it, touching base on several categories so that we know what YouTube videos to do in the future. There are some ways to, there are some things to, when you're on social media and you're live, there are things you should and shouldn't do. And I might get some flack on this, but you really shouldn't smoke. You shouldn't do a lot of cussing. You want to show a more professional demeanor. You're going to have more viewers if you have a little bit more professional demeanor than a more relaxed demeanor. So you want a quiet background. Of course, with Facebook, they don't like you to play music in the background anyway. I think TikTok is even starting to cut down on that. So you want a quiet background, not a whole bunch of noise in the background, dishes clanging, husbands, dogs, things like that, kids. It's just part of customer service, and you want people to buy from you. Then you have to kind of be a little bit more professional. I've seen a lot of people. I've watched a lot of people that have a lot of things going on around them, and it's very distracting. And you don't want your customers to be distracted. You want them focused on you. Shipping supplies. I get shipping supplies mostly from Amazon. I've gotten them from Uline. I've gotten them from a lot of other places, but you have the bubble mailers, you have boxes. And after 6+ years, I just realized that I can get free boxes for the priority shipping from the post office, and they actually deliver for free, these boxes. So I haven't really started using them yet because I just got the boxes in, but for anything that's priority mail, which is, I can't tell you where their weight thing stops or where their size stops, but most of my boxes that I ship are priority mail, so they can go into priority mail box. Wrapping, packages, typically I get those all from Amazon. Let's see. There's also a category when you do lives, giveaways. Like I do giveaways. I'll go to a dollar store and I'll buy product to give away. And when we do like the spinny wheel drawings, and those are 100% write-offable immediately. That's an expense towards marketing or giveaways. If you give away a piece of product that you sell, then that product is in your inventory, which isn't quite in your balance. It's not in your income statement yet. It's still in your balance sheet. When you give away a product, then you need to take it out of your balance sheet and put it in as an expense towards giveaway or whatever. So you want your inventory to be exactly what your inventory is. If you have 50 necklaces and each necklace cost you $2, you've got $100 worth of inventory sitting over here, and you sold 5 of them, then you want to move $10 out of here and over here onto your income statement as an expense, as cost of goods sold. It's actually cost of goods sold, which is an expense. Anyway, so anything that you give out of your inventory, make sure that you from your inventory, make sure you take it out of your inventory and put it in your cost of goods sold, or marketing, or however you want to do that. Some of the jewelry vendors that I have purchased from in the past, and I don't buy a lot of product anymore, typically only buy from a couple of places. I used to buy from a lot of different places at one time, and since I'm slowly going out of the jewelry business, I am still going to carry some product, but I'm going to be going into making candles and soap, as well as some other products that have been very popular over the years for me to sell. But I did say that you can Google in top 10. Part of the top 10, there's Shein or Shine, however you want to pronounce it, SHEIN. It's a very popular place. It's got clothing. It's got all kinds of stuff. AliExpress, I would say I bought 90% of my product from AliExpress. Yes, it does come from China. It takes about 6 to 8 weeks to get your product, but if you order every week, you'll have product coming in every week. Dallas Wholesale, which is local. It's American made. It's local in Dallas. Fashion TIY is another one that pops up, as well as Jewelry Max. I bought from both. Nihao Jewelry, I love their products. Their stuff comes pretty quickly. That's who I buy from, is Nihao, NIHAO. They also have more than jewelry. Romwe is a sub company of Shein. And sometimes you'll get a package from Shein and you go, I don't know anything from Shein, but it's actually Romwe, and Shein ships it. It's kind of weird. Trendy Wholesale is another one that comes up in that top 10. Wholesale Accessory Market is another place to buy from, a little bit of a higher end product than AliExpress. Wona Trading is another one. 8 Seasons is something that I've recently found. I bought a few products from them. It's the number 8 Seasons. And then, of course, there's Temu. You can always buy and resell from Temu. And then Bath & Body Works, I buy direct from them. I've bought direct from other companies as well. And then the one that I buy most from at this point is Accessories Palace. You have to buy in quantities of 12. They sell them in packages of 12. And you have to have a minimum of $75 to purchase from them. Some of these others also have some minimums, but they're not they're not as high as Accessories Palace is. Accessories Palace usually arrives in 7 to 10 business days. I think they're out of Los Angeles or someplace like that, and they import. So those are some of the vendors that I've used. And I think that's about it. I just wanted to kind of touch base on a little bit of everything today, and I'm going to go into more detail in another YouTube video in 2 weeks. I will be here 2 weeks from today, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, and I can go into a little bit more detail. In the meantime, maybe I'll learn a little bit more about this YouTube thing, and I will be able to see any comments that come through, but I'm not seeing any comments at this point. I am limited to being able to go live on my desktop only because I have less than 1,000 subscribers. So if you are willing to subscribe, that would be awesome. And it wouldn't let me go live from my phone because I don't have enough subscribers. But anyway, I was going to try to limit myself to 30 minutes. I did do it. I'm at just under 26 and a half minutes now. And so if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Also, you can do them on Facebook. You can leave them on Facebook because I did share this to my personal Facebook page, my professional Facebook page. And anyway, I'll see you next time. And that will be in 2 weeks. Thank you and bye.